Snow College and Eastern Wyoming Lancers. I'm DJ Harris, joined here by my brother Matthew Harris for color commentary. And now the tip-off, AJ Jones has the ball, passes out to Brunel. Excuse me, that's Hunsaker. Hunsaker slashes out to Truman. Jones taking the shot, no good. Lancers the other way to Olsen, who takes the three. Bang! And the first 3 points of the game goes to the Lancers off of Olsen from the corner.
As far as ways to start the game, that is a knife in the heart of Snow.
Panther, nice pass to Brunel. Gets the contact, couldn't get the and one, but will be going to the line for 2.
Pass from Eastern Wyoming at the foul line to shoot 2 for the Badgers, number 12, Nate Brunel.
First one around the rim and in.
So the start to this game, just in 2 possessions, it's already a game of confidence. The first shot by Snow was way off, but that opening 3 sends a message to the home team that we're not just going to go down.
And Olsen passes back out to Schroeffel. Schroeffel trying to put it up, no good. Brunel with the rebound. Gets it to Jones, the starting point guard from Georgia. Coming all the way to Ephraim to play Snow College basketball. Hunsaker dribbling around in the corner, in the wing, takes it to the basket, no good. And the little short jumper by number 24, Jordan Mirich, is good. So a great start for Eastern Wyoming shooting-wise. Snow so far not being able to get much going. Truman for the 3. Won't go. And the body foul by Panther will give the ball back to Mirich and the Eastern Wyoming Lancers. Saw a similar start last night for Snow against Central Arizona. 5 minutes into that game, the score was stuck at 4-2 with both teams cold shooting. And so Snow starting similarly cold shooting as Hunsaker gets the ball but dribbles out of bounds.
Snow's trying to push the tempo here to get an Eastern Wyoming team off to a very good start off their groove, but it's not working out so well because it's turning into turnovers. But the more that they can push the issue, push the envelope a little bit up against the Eastern Wyoming offense, the more they have a chance of pushing them off their keel a little bit here.
Schroeffel passing to Olsen, who gets in, and it is in. That is not Olsen. That is number 34, Peter Skoknick, with the and one. So a great start for the Eastern Wyoming offense, and if anything Eastern Wyoming shown throughout this invitational is that they can really score the ball. But their main downfall has been defense. However, if you're Snow College, not much you can do. In order to take advantage of any bad defense, you got to be able to make shots. And so far in this game, proving not to be able to be doing that so well. And so Jones has it in the corner, looking for a pass to Hunsaker. Takes the screen off of Truman, takes it to the basket, no good. Defense there by Mirich, blocking the shot. And Skoknick will take the 3, no good. Olsen! Again, no good. Jones back the other way. Brunel back to Jones. And Panther takes the 3. Three-point shooting, definitely Panther's strong suit, but that off the back of the rim. if you're Eastern Wyoming, you're definitely feeling really great right now. Snow College has shown throughout this tournament that they've been playing really dominating basketball, winning both their games by over 30 points so far. And Eastern Wyoming coming in probably heavily not favored to win this game, but coming out to an early 6-point lead's got to be great for their confidence. As Olsen goes to the basket, and Jones draws the charge. So an offensive foul will give the ball back to the Badgers.
Second team foul on Eastern Wyoming.
Jones bringing the ball up to Bernil, looking for Truman in the post. Can't quite get it to him. Mason Rich has now come into the game. And Truman was open, but foul before the pass.
That was an off-the-ball foul. It happened on the back of number 31, Javan Elizone. No matter what, the Badgers have to get some offense going here.
And right on cue, Mason Rich with the nice post move. For the Badgers' first field goal of the night. Marich looking, and Olsen called with the illegal screen. I believe that was a moving screen there by Olsen. And so Jones brings the ball back up. Bernil looking for Truman in the post. Throws it above. Pass is too low. Tipped by number 31, Jovan Elizovic. And then the foul will give the ball back to the Lancers. Sloppy play so far from the Badgers.
All in all, their passing routes for the Badgers just aren't coming through clean. They're not getting the crispness on their passes that they really need to get for their offense to run.
Skoknic finds the open lane. Schrofel to Mirich, who takes the shot. No good. Rich the rebound. And Bernil bumped on it, but finishes the layup. And now a little bit of life showing from Snow's offense as they pull to within 2 here in the first 5 minutes of the game. Skoknic calling for the screen. Takes the misdirection, and the friendly bounce puts that one in. Rich with a nice dump pass to Truman. Blake Truman's had a very strong tournament so far, scoring in double digits in each of his games. As Bernil takes the charge. That's the second offensive foul of the game for the Lancers. Lots of fouls early on in this game, only 5 minutes in, and already 9 fouls total. 4 on the Badgers and 5 on the Lancers. Truman falls over, can't get back up. Jones trying to feed Truman. Takes the fadeaway, and good. Truman with 4 points on the night. That's Peter Skoknic with his 7th point. Or excuse me, that is his 6th point. Bernil. Schrofer getting through, driving to the lane and to the basket. Doing it all himself is Trey Schrofel. Been a pretty competitive game so far. Jones feeding Rich. Can't get it to go, trying to get the ball back. Mirich now on the fast break. Pass to Skoknic. Takes the shot, no good. Truman fouled on the rebound. And so we will take a timeout, and we will take our first break of the game. It is Snow College 11, Eastern Wyoming 14, and we will be right back. And we're back. Hunsaker passes into Jones. Back to Hunsaker.
The Badgers now have some life back into their offense and are able to get points on the board. If their defense can keep up, which it is starting to, as they're picking up defensive rebounds, they're managing to post up on defenders, they're not letting the easy threes get through. Things could start going the Badgers' way pretty quickly unless Eastern Wyoming starts to adjust.
Definitely, as Trey Schroeffel takes the ball up. The Lancers have not made any substitutions yet in this game. Wonder if that'll eventually start to take a toll on their players. As Schroeffel tries to drive in. Olsen. And the three by Osovich is no good, but Miric with the rebound and back in. Thought Hunsaker took the charge there, but no call. As Hunsaker comes in, pass to Quinn Nilsson. Quinn Nilsson, the native of Ephraim, Utah, walk-on on the team. He's listed as a freshman, but has been at Snow for a couple of years now, but his first year on the team functioned as manager for the last 2 years, getting his chance. Jones into Truman with a nice post move and into the basket for two. Truman with 6 points already, having a strong start.
If anything, the Badgers are definitely imposing their will right at the post. Truman is overly talented, far more talented than the people defending him, and he can be an offensive anchor in this game.
Schroeffel trying to get a little fancy there. Into Miric, pass to the corner. Olsen fakes it. Miric. And a shot clock violation. A great defensive play by Snow College there.
Every single person who got the ball, they just got right up in their face. Eastern Wyoming only wants to take the shot if they are wide open, and they just had no one that could get out of 3 feet of a defender's path.
And Romain Louier coming in for the first time today for Truman. Coach probably doesn't want to overwork Truman, as he's going to be a valuable asset later in this game. Nilsson's three is no good. Jones with the rebound. And Bernil driving in, draws the foul. He will shoot two.
One big difference here so far for the Badgers as well is, and something that's showing up in Eastern Wyoming's play, is the Badgers have yet to have any fouls. No fouls and no free throws so far for Eastern Wyoming, and the Badgers are able to earn points at the line. which is a bittersweet thing because they're having point opportunities. Quinn gets a steal.
Nice steal for Nilsson.
And like I was saying, the Badgers have a bittersweet thing in that they're able to earn points at the line, but also they have to earn points at the line.
And a nice effort from Nilsson to save that ball from going out of bounds and get it right back to Louis-Air, who's able to lay it in for 2. And Snow takes their first lead of the night with a score of 17-16, 9 minutes into the first half. And we'll take a timeout and be right back. And after the timeout, Eastern Wyoming will take over, and Schrofer bringing the ball up against Jones.
Like I said before, Snow is finding their offense, and it's going to prove the difference until Eastern Wyoming adjusts.
Skoknik tries to get the shot, but the rebound by number 35. Can't get a name on that player, but great rebound. And shot, that's number 35, Walker Carell for Eastern Wyoming. Nilsson thought about shooting it, decided against it, and the layup by Brunel is no good. Mirich pushing the ball up. And that is a nice effort by Hunsaker to get his feet planted and take the charge. That's textbook defense there, drawing the foul on Hunsaker. Nelson Badgers running a high-low offense here. Louis-Air with a nice bank shot from the junction there.
The Badgers are continuing to beat up the Lancers in the post, but Eastern Wyoming is having the edge on the perimeter with their offense coming back, which is keeping them in the game.
Hunsaker with a nice drive. That was after Mirich. Mirich's three-pointer went in. So back and forth scoring since the timeout. And looks like Schrofel might have twisted his ankle a little bit. Heard a little cry of pain, and he is down on the ground. So the officials will take a timeout and see what's wrong with Schrofel. Looked like as he was driving, he might have planted his foot, and his body kept going where his foot didn't. So probably just twisted it. Trainers are talking to him.
Schrofel was looking for a foul as he was trying to stumble to the ground, and probably what looks like happened is that he managed to step on the foot of one of the Snow players, and that was where he got the twist. And as he went down, I mean, it was a little bit dramatic as he was trying to get a foul out of it. Unfortunately, it just got called for the travel.
And he limps off the court. He's likely done for the night. And so number 3, Will Osborne, will come in to take the place of Schrofel. Osborne, a decent three-point shooter. And Jones brings it back up. We'll continue play. Louier taking it hard. Throws it right into the hands of Mirich, who gives it to Osborne. Lancers will set up. Correll thinking about shooting. Jones takes it back. Brunel pass ahead to Hunsaker. The pass is too strong. And Mirich going for the ball, went straight to the ground. No foul there. Just hard play. And he's clutching his hand. But looks like he's going to continue to play. Correll driving, taking it to the basket. Foul on the ground. Badgers are only one foul away from entering the bonus.
It's over. For the Badgers, number 20, re-enters the ball.
And Truman re-enters the game for Brunel. Osborne to Elisovic, back to Skoknic. Osborne for three, good. Falling to the ground. Pass ahead to Jones, trying to get the offense up the court, and foul on the shot. Almost went in, but he will be shooting two. So Osborne coming in off of the bench and immediately contributing in a positive way with that three-pointer.
The Badgers are pushing the envelope in physicality and everything in general, and they're starting to actually get some of the dividends for it, as obviously they're still down score-wise, but they're actually keeping up with an Eastern Wyoming team that, honestly, they should be up a lot more than they are. They've been raining threes. Their offense has been firing on all cylinders, and yet Snow's kept up right with them because they're able to push the envelope, play defense, and get good shots rather than just highlight shots.
As Jones picks the pocket and tries to finish at the basket. No, gets it back. Actually, he will not, and pushes it out of bounds. Nice defensive effort by Jones, but doesn't result in any points. And as you said, Eastern Wyoming kind of firing all cylinders when it comes to offense, but throughout this tournament, their main struggle has been defense. Skoknic trying to drive in, passes it back to Elisovic, and his shot is good. As the Lancers go up by 4. Skokic and Elisovic coming in from Serbia to play at Eastern Wyoming. And the ball is tangled up, a jump ball, and I believe that will be Eastern Wyoming taking over. So Badgers probably coming into this game expecting another blowout like the last two, but not so fast, as Eastern Wyoming keeping up just shot for shot with Snow College, as another and one play from Mirich could result in another three-point play.
That was a layup you can only describe as ridiculous. There are times when you can literally see a man fly, and that was one of those times, and he still managed to get the shot in right around the defender's hand. It's just an all-around an impressive shot, an impressive ability of offense.
And so after the timeout, Mirich will come in and shoot a free throw, but until then, we will be right back.
I have been.
As Mirich lines up out of the timeout to shoot a free throw, and and put the Lancers up by 7. It's good. So the Lancers go up 30-23, all but surprising the Badgers, who kind of came into this game expecting a more lopsided result, but find themselves down 7 here in the first half.
Mirich has been a showstopper on offense. He's the first one on the court to finally hit double digits on scoring, as now he has 10 points.
As Hunsaker takes the 3, no good. Snow has yet to hit a 3-pointer on the night, which is not good for their offense, as it relies a lot on 3-pointers, as Correll takes it in for the layup.
That's exactly why Snow's losing right now. That was not enough effort that you need to change the game on defense, and they need to do a lot better than that if we want to stop Eastern Wyoming's streak right now.
Passes around the wing to Nilsson, dumps it inside to Louis-Air, who thought there might have been a foul there as Elisovic goes to the ground, but no call, and Louis-Air just gets the wide open layup. Cuts the lead back down to 7. Osborne with the pump fake and a wide open 3, in and out. Nilsson brings the ball up. Push pass to Louis-Air, who elects not to shoot the layup, and Truman goes up and is fouled. And Truman was very involved early on, scoring 6 points in a hurry, but since has been quiet. If Snow wants to get back into this game, they need to get Truman more involved in the post. And the first shot is good. That's Truman's 7th point. And Mason Rich comes in for Louis-Air. If you remember earlier, Rich also had a few impressive plays earlier in the game. So let's see if he can provide more of a spark, as Truman's second shot is good. Osborne up against Jones, gives it to Mirich.
Mirich is the one they're going to have to stop to try and get this to end for Eastern Wyoming.
A block there by Truman on Correll. Giving a spark for the Badgers as Nilsson drives in, gives it to Truman. Looking for Rich in the post, couldn't get open, and a reach-in foul on Skoknik, which will put Jones at the line as the Lancers are in double bonus.
We are in a penalty situation, so shooting 2 will be number 3, A.J. Jones.
The defense of Eastern Wyoming has one theme right now: get in the way. It's the reason they have so many fouls, but it's also the reason they're up so many scores, is because if anything, they're able to get in the way. They get the rebounds, they get the long rebounds, and they're managing to get steals and picks in the passing lanes as well.
As Mirich passes out to Osborne, but called for the foul before the shot. And the Badgers are in bonus, so Mirich will shoot 1 and 1.
Who was the free throws? Who's the free throws?
And Jordan Mirich will get a second shot.
As Mirich's second free throw is good, and that puts the Lancers up by 6 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. A strong performance so far by the Lancers, both on offense and defense. Nilsson drives in, kicks it back out to Truman, looking for Rich in the post, who catches and can't finish at the hoop, gets it back. Second effort is good by Mason Rich.
Number 25, Mason Rich.
Mirich toying with the opportunity, gives it to Elisovic, who puts it in. And the Lancers continue their hot shooting on the night with Elisovic.
Friendly rolls are becoming a theme for the Lancers so far as Quinn gets the shot.
The walk-on from Ephraim. And Correll gets the tough layup to go in.
Right now, just about everything Eastern Wyoming chucks up just magnetizes to the hoop. And it's not a good look for the Badgers. It's a great look for the Lancers, who are able to do just about anything they want to on offense.
Hunsaker's three is no good, but Truman, after 2 extra effort putbacks, finally gets it to go. And the Badgers cut the lead to 5.
Truman is now the first one to reach double digits for the Badgers with 10 points.
Osborne from deep, no good. Rebound to Truman to Hunsaker. Hunsaker trying to take it all the way. And called with the charge, and so it will go to the Lancers. Mirich struggling to get up. Mirich has been in this game for this whole first half, but coach still deciding to keep him in. Number 1, Riley Panter coming in for Hunsaker. As we come to 3 minutes here left in the first half, Osborne passes to Correll. Correll's had success driving to the basket, and Mirich takes the 3. Good! Nilsson running the offense now, taking over at point. Pass to Panter, who takes the 3, and that is off. So cold shooting so far has been the story for the Badgers in this first half. Yet to make a three-pointer with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. And the foul will lead to 2 free throws from Alex Correll. And if you're Eastern Wyoming, you're feeling good about your position, but you're also probably wary about what's going to happen in the second half, as Snow definitely has the potential to come out firing and firing hot after a cold first half.
You know, if you're Coach Rob Nelson here, the entire halftime talk is going to be about what adjustments to make to stop the offense from rolling in the way they are. Offensively, for the Badgers, they're not really doing too much wrong. 34 points and a half is not exactly what you'd hope for, but is still a fairly respectable number, and it's keeping the game close. However, on offense, there's adjustments needing to be made to stop the bleeding for the Snow defense.
As Quinn takes it in, pass to Jones, looking for Truman in the post. Gets it to Rich in the high. Jones takes the 3, and that is no good. Rebound bounced around into the arms of Truman, who gives it to Panter, who lays it in. So the broken play results in 2 points for the Badgers as Osborne brings it up. Mirich cutting to the high post, passing to Skoknich. Correll with a nice crossover, and the shot is good. Some nice handles and a finish by Walker Correll. He's having a great game so far.
I don't even have this player, number 35, listed on my stat sheet, but I sure wish I did. He's been a playmaker so far for the Lancers.
Yeah, a lot of jersey changes results in some confusion on our end on the rosters, but that is number 35, Alex Correll, having a great game. As the Badgers get a turnover on Truman's attempted inside pass to Rich, goes out of bounds. And now number 33, Nate Allen, enters the game for the first time. He had a strong performance against Central Arizona last night. Let's see what he can do here. This Correll's shot is no good. Rebound to Panter. Panter gives it right back to Mirich. Attacking the basket. Stripped by Jones. It's a track meet near as Nilsson runs the other way. Pass out to Jones. Panter for 3. Good. For Snow College's first 3 of the game comes from Riley Panter. Who else? As we come down to 45 seconds in the first half. The pump fake, loses control of it. Jones pushes it ahead to Panter, who lays it in. Nilsson challenging.
Be wary when Nilsson goes full court press on you. He is one of the most sneaky defenders you could ask for to defend you.
And Miric trying to get the ball away, gets it to Skoknich. And we come to 15 seconds here, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Skoknich is fouled by Truman. And if you're Coach Rob Nilsson, you don't like a foul coming in the last 10 seconds of the half. Especially after putting together a nice run on the offensive end. And so Skoknich will shoot for 2. First bounces around and in. And second bounces around and in. 2 straight lucky bounces for Skoknich. With 9 seconds on the clock, Jones trying to push the tempo. Drives it in, and the shot is up. No good. Rebound to Nilsson, who puts it up, and his shot is no good. And the buzzer sounds, and so no shots, no points on the last possession of the half. But Snow College down 7 at the half. Eastern Wyoming coming in strong with a great offense. And what did you take of that, Matt?
Well, I mean, it had a lot to do with lucky shots and lucky bounces. Obviously, Eastern Wyoming is getting extremely good looks. However, there were a lot of shots that you just look at them, you're like, are you kidding me? And they're still going in, especially Miric. He already has 16 points just in the first half. And, I mean, everything that he has put up has gone his way on offense. So if you're Snow, you want to try and slow down Miric. You want to try and get all that to work.
And so Snow College will try to come out in the second half and overcome a 7-point deficit, and we will take a 15-minute break and be back to you with the second half of Snow College basketball. Hey Badgers, I'm DJ Harris here with Snow TV, and I am joined by Snow College basketball player Blake Truman. Thanks for joining us today, Blake.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions. So you've got the season starting up about right now. How do you feel about the year?
We're feeling pretty good right now. We just had a few games, and we got a tournament this weekend. And yeah, our team's looking good. We're playing well together, so I'm excited. Okay,
you just had a tournament in Las Vegas. It was an invitational. Can you tell us a little bit about how that went?
Yeah, so we played an exhibition game, and then we had 2 real games, and we were able to win all 3 of them. Played well as a team, and had a fun time out in Vegas.
Okay, awesome. And I just want to learn a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm actually from Las Vegas.
Oh, you're from Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, and you played high school basketball down there?
Yeah.
What was your high school?
It's called Arborview High School.
Arborview, okay. And you played, what was your experience in high school, and why did you choose to come to Snow College?
So my senior year of high school, I moved up to Colorado, and I played basketball there, and one of the assistant coaches at Snow was recruiting me, and when I came out to visit, it just seemed like this is where I was already going to go. Mm-hmm. And so I felt like this was the place I needed to be at, and so that's where I decided.
Oh, that's awesome. How have you felt about your experience at Snow so far? You're a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I've been here for a year already, and it's just an awesome place to play sports, get an education, and to meet new people.
That's awesome. And how do you feel about your role on the basketball team this year. How do you feel you can contribute to the team this year?
I think definitely bringing some experience in because I've played a year already. I kind of know the way that Coach Nielsen likes to run things, and just kind of being able to kind of help my teammates kind of understand the importance of just playing as a team so that we all can win and do good things.
Right. And between your freshman and sophomore years, you served in LDS mission, right?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about kind of what you learned or how you think you grew on your mission, where you served, and how you think that can help you on the basketball court, but also maybe in your life?
Yeah. So I served my mission in Dallas, Texas, so shout out to all the Texans. Yeah, I mean, you learn so much as a missionary. It's kind of hard to describe it in a few words, but I think definitely the thing is you mature and you learn so much about yourself and how to become an adult and kind of take care of yourself. And so I feel like that is able to help you as a student. You study as a missionary all the time, study here for your education, and then also you learn how to work hard. Missionaries work hard where they should be, and yeah, basketball is hard work, and so there's a lot of things that help, but the mission is, for anybody to think about, they should serve a mission because it helps them in their life.
And you mentioned studying, and I want to ask you about that. So while you're at Snow College, do you have a major in mind or a career field that you are interested in?
I don't have a major that I'm decided on, but I do want to go into optometry eventually. So
can you tell us a little bit about optometry? I think a lot of viewers might not know what that is.
Yeah, optometry is just an eye doctor. So
an eye doctor.
Yeah,
okay.
basic eye checkup is you go to an optometrist.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And so after Snow College, do you plan on continuing going to play basketball somewhere else, or do you want to maybe just kind of go for school? What's your plans after Snow College?
Yeah, I hope that I play well enough this year to be able to get recruited by some schools and be able to go and play 2 more years somewhere at a school, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, I think this has been great. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And for all you viewers at home, this has been Blake Truman, center and power forward for Snow College's basketball team, and I'm DJ Harris. Thanks for watching Snow TV. Hey Badgers, I'm DJ Harris with Snow TV, and I'm joined here by Kara Harris, who played left back for the Snow College women's soccer team this year. And thank you so much for being here, Kara. I'm glad you came.
Me too.
And I want to start off by asking you kind of how you feel about your team's overall performance this year, since this was the very first year of Snow College women's soccer and men's soccer. How do you feel about your team this year?
I think we did a really, really good job, especially being a first-year program. We won region, we went undefeated, we won the region tournament, and we played a really, really good game against our last game, Laramie County, and they were ranked 3rd in the nation. So it was a bummer to lose that game. We lost some PKs, but overall I think we did a really, really good job.
Definitely, definitely. And I want to take you back to, you said we were region champions, take you back to the region championship game. That was against Salt Lake Community College. Now, the previous times you played them, you'd tied every game, hadn't you?
Yeah, every game.
Every single game. And so, I mean, you were the 1 seed, but Slick had to have come in there thinking that they could beat you.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And I had the opportunity to call that game, and it was very competitive back and forth. But I want to just kind of take me through what happened in overtime when you were kind of pivotal in that game-winning goal. What happened there?
I don't know. I was just I was ready for the game to be over. We had tied them, that was our 4th time playing them, so we had tied them 3 times. And, I felt like our team really just deserved that win. And so, I got the ball and I just saw the space, and I heard my coach from behind me saying, "She's not going to catch you." So I just kept dribbling the ball. And then Cheyenne Jacobs, my forward, she stepped out of the way and just said, "Keep going." So I kept going, and then I saw my player open and I just crossed it, And I thought we didn't get the goal because it was a swing and a miss first, but then Michaela came and finished it. But that was basically it.
Definitely, and kind of, I mean, it's probably obvious, but can you describe that feeling that you had when that goal finally went in? It was overtime. It was a long-fought game.
Yeah, I was so excited, but mostly just relieved. Like, yeah, of course, I was super hyped. Like, everyone was jumping for joy, but I seriously just felt so much tension, like, gone, and I was just relaxed and happy.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously that was a highlight of the season. How do you feel about yourself and how you've played for this year and how you've contributed to the team?
I think definitely, as the season went on, that I got better. I came into the season really sick, and so that was kind of frustrating for me, and I felt like I couldn't do my full potential for the team. But as the season went on, I got healthier and I felt stronger and more confident with the way that we played, and so I felt like I was able to be more helpful to my other players.
Okay, and okay, cool. That's great for the year. And I want to get into a little bit about you. Who's Kara? Where are you from, Kara?
I'm from Murray. I went to Murray High School.
Murray High School,
Yeah.
cool. And did you played soccer for Murray High School?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
What was that like?
It was good. It was a good experience. We kind of came short, so I guess you could say I kind of came into the season with a chip on my shoulder because we were the only team to be Skyline High School in our region and stuff, and Skyline eventually went and won for a state championship.
Ooh.
But we choked kind of in the playoffs, and so I guess that kind of also was my motivation for the run in that slick game. Is just I felt like my team deserved it, and I didn't want to lose another game that we should have won. So, But overall, I loved Murray. It was a good experience. I was an SBO there, and so I was just involved in all these activities, and I enjoyed it.
So what kind of factored into your decision to come to Snow College?
Well, I have a sister who actually is a sophomore here at Snow, and she, of course, went there last year, and she kind of played a big role in me deciding Snow, and she really enjoyed it, so it was a good example to me. But I think that main reason that I chose to come to Snow was for soccer, the soccer team.
And one of the last things I want to ask you is, while you're at Snow, what are you planning on studying, and what do you want to do after your time here at Snow College?
Well, right now I'm just kind of getting my generals, but what I'm looking into is nutrition. I think it would be cool to be a dietitian.
Okay.
But the school, right now I'm thinking that I want to go to Utah Valley University, but I've still got a while, and depending on if I change my major, that could all change.
Okay, well that's awesome. Well, thank you, Kara, for coming in today.
Of course, thank you.
This has been Kara Harris, left back for Snow College women's soccer team, and this has been your Player Spotlight. I'm DJ Harris with Snow TV. Welcome back to the second half of Snow College basketball action against Eastern Wyoming Lancers. The Lancers coming out firing, dropping 48 points on the Badgers in the first half. Joined here by Matt Harrison. Matt, what do you think the key is to the Badgers here in the second half?
The key is just stop the offense in whatever way you can. Make adjustments. Stop Mirich and everything that he's doing. Stop him from being able to score at will the way he is. Mirich already has 15 points in this game. And then continue to dominate in the post the way they've been. Rich and Truman combine already for 14 points. And that's where the most of their scoring is coming, other than the free throw line.
As we see Brunel going in, trying to spin in for the layup, no good. Ball to Schroeffel, who had that injury in the first half, but now is back. Good news for if you're any basketball fan, never want to see a player go down. And as Jones takes the steal and finishes at the other end for two.
Jones is becoming a steal artist in this game. That's about his second or third time that he's managed to steal the ball. As
Alizovic to Mirich and to Skoknic. Lots of niches here. Olsen trying around the corner. Can't get there. But ball in the Lancers' hands. Schroeffel to pass in. Schroeffel to Olsen. Schroeffel finishes at the basket for two. Nice to see Schroeffel back on the court after that injury in the first half. Panter taking it in for two. Panter already has 9 points on the night.
Panter's explosiveness is also going to play a big role in this as Mirich gets another shot off.
And Hunsaker with a three of his own. Evening up the score there. Mirich in the corner, gets it out to Schroeffel. Schroeffel attacking, kicks it out to Skoknic, who takes his three, and that is good. And so Eastern Wyoming out of half, not skipping a beat, continuing their hot shooting stroke. Panter, no good, but Brunel with the rebound, puts it up. Now Truman tries to corral, and Mirich gets it in, and the foul called on Truman. Mirich has definitely been the heart and soul of this Eastern Wyoming team tonight. And a body foul on Panter now. Already 2 fouls in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. Coach Nelson can't be happy with that. As Mirich goes to the sideline to pass in. Schroeffel attacking the basket, back out to Olsen, who takes the three from the corner. Good, he had all the time in the world as the defender fell on the ground and gave him extra time. Already 3 3-pointers in the second half for Eastern Wyoming as Truman gets the ball, lays it in. And a push foul again on Snow. That's their third foul of the quarter. Excuse me, of the half. Nilsson checks in for Hunsaker as after he's recorded two quick fouls. Schroeffel trying to get it back out. Pat throws it away to Panter, who goes up and can't finish, but Truman is there on cleanup duty. Mirich taking it to the hoop. No good. Truman with the rebound. Badgers really trying to push the tempo here as Jones cuts to the basket. And one for Jones. So great sequence of events there if you're a Badger fan as Jones goes to the line to shoot the and one.
A.J. Jones with the basket. He's also fouled. He'll go to the foul line to shoot one.
And right now what Snow's wanting to do is that knowing that their traditional offensive set is just not managing to get the shots in, and so now they're gonna go balls to the wall, and they're gonna try and get the shots off of fast breaks and transition plays, and just get the points and buckets in as quickly as they possibly can. Something I've really definitely started to notice on the offensive end for Eastern Wyoming is that Snow plays very well as a team, but in these one-on-one setups, the shiftiness and the quickness laterally and vertically of Eastern Wyoming is something that Snow's not used to facing. And so one-on-one matchups are going in favor of Eastern Wyoming almost every time because they are the quicker players and they are the more efficient offensive players individually. But as a team, Snow can still pull this off.
And great insight, Matt, as we come out of the timeout. Jones will take his foul shot after the and one play. And so the lineup in for Snow is Nielsen, Panter, Jones, Brunel, and Truman.
By Nielsen and Jones being in at the same time, Snow's sending the message of, we're ready to stop you on the perimeter, no more threes. Because Nielsen and Jones are the quickest people you can find as perimeter guards.
Mirich to Skoknich, who's trying to find some room on the wing. Gets it back out to Mirich. He'll reset. Skoknich trying to find the shot. Now Mirich. That is no good.
And there it is. There's that perimeter defense that Snow's been trying to attain. And they're stopping Mirich, which is the most important thing they can do offensively right now.
And it's Panter with a nice take to the basket. Gets it into Olsen with the pump fake. No good. Great defense from Truman. Lancers guards can't find much room now as Jones comes in, gets fouled, and will have an opportunity to tie up this game from the line.
There's no basket. Going to the foul line to shoot two for the Badgers, number 3, A.J. Jones.
They're using Mason's presence around the basket to get these putback shots. The guards are being freely allowed to just go straight to the basket with the assurance that if it doesn't go in, which it most likely will not, they still have Mason Rich or Blake Truman to just come straight behind him and make sure that points will come out of the possession.
And in for the game right now is actually Truman and Brunel. But still the same as Brunel is a strong rebounding force as well. And Jones lines up to take his second shot and tie this game up. That goes in. So tie game at 59 with 15:39 left to go in this game.
That's 10 points for A.J. Jones. Most of it has come from the line.
And Osborne around. And an impressive wraparound layup for Osborne as he went right up against Truman. Jones in. Layup does not go in. And just like you said, Matt, Truman there again on cleanup duty. And that's number 33, Walker Carell. That ball goes off of Brunel and will go out of bounds. Walker Carell had a really strong first half, scoring 10 points for the Lancers. Lots of offense from a lot of players from Eastern Wyoming. As Brunel takes it to the hoop and in.
Number 12, A. Brunel.
And that'll tie the game up again. Actually, no, that will be Snow taking their first lead of the night. Olsen challenging Nilsson. He'll take a three. No good. Rebound to Panter.
That's why they have Nelson in the game right now. Nelson and Jones have made their message clear. The perimeter shots are done for Eastern Wyoming until further notice.
And Jones, speaking of perimeter shots, knocks down a three of his own. Offense from Jones. Jones certainly coming alive in this second half. And Eastern Wyoming, after giving up their lead, wants a timeout, and we will be right back. And we come back in from the full timeout. Eastern Wyoming wanting to talk things over. And we'll come back in and try to get something going as they've gone down by 5 points. With a score of 66-61. Elisovich with the ball. Dumps it into Olsen, trying to get it up. No good. And Nilsson is in for the rebound.
Now Eastern Wyoming has to figure out what to do on their inside game because their outside game is being shut down by a revamp in guard defense on the perimeter.
And that's a foul on Walker Carell on Bernil. So Bernil will step up to shoot two. His first is good. That is Nate Bernil from Boise, Idaho. Bernil's second throw is up and good. So the Badgers take their largest lead of the night by a score of 68-61. As Mirich brings the ball up now. And in for the first time tonight is number 25, Romero Cornish for Eastern Wyoming. And Elisovich's shot is no good. Nate Bernil for 2 more points. And it seems right on cue with just a couple of substitutions, the Lancers have gone cold as Cornish goes with, shoots the 3. Rebound off the hands of Panter will go back in the Lancers' possession.
That last shot by Bernal, that entire play was just a confidence move. It was that from the pass to the shot, it was a statement by Snow saying, we've got your number now, and we're going to do whatever we want.
And definitely, as Mirich now lines up under the basket. Bernil having a few words now with the ref, trying to figure out some things, and play will continue. And not sure what he was trying to do there as he chucked it off of the leg of Barron, and a dunk from Blake Truman off the pass from Quinn Nilsson.
Oh my goodness. Somebody just lit that kid on fire.
And number 1, Daniel Wright, in for the Lancers. After the hot shooters for the Lancers went cold, as Truman's pass goes ahead to Bernil, and Jones wide open for the 3, and good. Snow has definitely hit their stride in the second half, and Eastern Wyoming will take another timeout.
whatever they tried to do in the last time out, it clearly didn't work because Snow has completely taken over this game.
And extend their lead to 13 points, and we will be right back. And after the timeout, Eastern Wyoming will inbound. Snow trying a little bit of a press here. Cornish gets it in the corner to Olsen, and Mirich now trying to go up. Foul is on the ground. And they'll take it in under the basket.
They're going to call that foul on A.J. Jones. He was obviously really close to a couple of players, but Jones was the one who got his hand on him.
Olsen gets it out to Elisovic. And now Olsen trying the post move, dumps it down low to Cornish, who finishes but foul before the shot. Mirich into Olsen. Olsen getting to the hoop, and finally, after breaking a long run by the Badgers, Olsen puts it in to stop the bleeding. Panther in the corner for three. That's no good. And refs are stopping the time. I believe there might be a double technical foul called on Cornish for Eastern Wyoming and Truman for Snow, and I believe they were kind of just exchanging words, maybe engaging in a bit of a shoving match, as Truman will now be subbed out for Mason Rich, and Cornish will stay in the game. Cornish trapped in the corner. Mirich finds some room, dumps it off. Wright picks it up. Cornish in the corner. Wright taking it to the bucket. Tried to get it to Cornish, but he wasn't looking off of his head, and Nielsen will pick it up. Pass to Jones, and Panther will take the three off the rim. Rebound to Wright, and a foul on the Badgers. That was on number 25, Mason Rich. And that will be Badgers entering into the bonus, so 1-1 for Daniel Wright.
It was kind of a track meet there for a while as both teams were just trying to get something done. The Badgers wanted to put the nail in the coffin early, and Eastern Wyoming's just trying to dig themselves out of a hole with absolute and total desperation. I mean, they've lost the production from Mirich, and for the most part, everybody else isn't really contributing in this place.
And Wright misses the free throw and will go the other way. A lane violation from Eastern Wyoming will result in the turnover. And so Jones now back in the game. Panther in the corner gets it out to Jones, who takes the short little jumper. No good. Rebound Cornish. Elisovic, challenged by Panther, keeps the ball back out to Mirich. And in the corner to Osborne. Hesitated for a second, didn't shoot. Osborne now will shoot it. No good. Brunel is on the ground, not sure what happened there, but Rich finds the bucket on a 2-point layup.
Mirich has completely lost confidence. He's not even taking really any shots anymore. He's just trying to get the ball out to other people on the court and let other people start to take the offensive reins.
As Osborne is fouled on the 3-point shot, so he will get 3 free throws. And fouls on 3-pointers are generally not well-advised fouls. I think Nilsson was just trying to get in there and challenge the shot, but just a little too close to him. So potential 3 points coming up for Osborne.
Osborne also flopped extremely well. Give him the credit for acting that out. He let his legs buckle underneath them so that the refs would definitely give him the foul.
And his second is good. And Romain Louier will come in for Brunel. So only 2 starters in right now for Snow College, in Panter and Jones. Jones has been in for almost the whole game. He's done well to control the tempo. Panter in the wing, Jones up top. Gets it to Nilsson, who takes his 3 of his own, and in and out, but Rich there on cleanup duty to put it in.
Snow is doing a great job of crashing the boards on both ends. They've gotten plenty of offensive rebounds and plenty of defensive rebounds to keep Eastern Wyoming from being able to get points whatsoever.
And Nilsson was fouled on the rebound, so it'll be given to Snow. Jones gets it in.
Communication between players and coach down around the offensive end.
And the nice pass to Louier, who finishes around the basket. Olsen now challenging Louier. In the post, nice back cut by Elisovic, who can't finish. And now Elisovic gets it back. Mirich takes a 3. In and out. So Mirich has gone completely cold. And the pass down court to Louier as he is tripped up, can't get it. But refs call no foul, and that will be a turnover into the hands of Eastern Wyoming. And Elisovic to Osborne. He'll take the 3. No good.
They're trying to push the perimeter, and it's just not working anymore. They've got to figure out how to control the post and figure out how to get inside shots, or they're going to get blown out here by Snow.
As another down court pass sails out of bounds off of the hands of Osborne. Badgers trying to push the tempo here with 8:47 left to go in the game. They hold a 15-point lead, but not feeling comfortable yet. As Nilsson dives on the ground and gets it back, calls a timeout. Great hustle by Nilsson to prevent the turnover, and we will take a timeout. We're back from the timeout. Nilsson will inbound. A little bit of deception there, getting Panter open in the corner. Rich gets it. First shot no good, but gets it back and puts it in. Mirich in the corner to Osborne. Pushing foul on Osborne. That will be a turnover. And in the second half, Snow has just absolutely asserted their will on both offense and defense.
This is a game. This is a game where if they keep going on offense the way they are, this could be a 100-point game for Snow, which would not only be amazing because of the 100 points, but it also means that they're scoring over 70 points in one half. That is a way to close out in the second.
And now Mirich with the catch and shoot.
Number 24, Jordan Mirich.
Now Riley Panter bounces around, now good, no good, but Rich there to clean up.
Mason Rich, just like Sherman, is asserting his will around the post. It's good to see Mirich finally get a shot again, but it could be too little too late at this point.
As Panter steals it. In the corner to Jones, who has all the time in the world, no good. Quinn gets it back. 2 points for Quinn Nilsson. Louisville tried to steal the inbound pass, couldn't get it. And now a foul on Olsen. Or excuse me, a foul on the Badgers. Olsen will go to the line. And the hot shooting in the first half and the first few minutes of this second half by Eastern Wyoming has come to a screeching halt, as they've only been able to score 8 points in the last 10 minutes of play. Olsen's second free throw is good. Rich on the inbound. Hunsaker back in the game. And now number 4, Daniel Nyman, is entering for the first time tonight. Hunsaker's shot is good. Mirich passes to the corner to Skoknich. His pass can't go in, off of the hands of Olsen and out of bounds. And a timeout is called. We will be right back. And we're back from a media timeout as the Badgers will take over. And the Badgers have exploded in this second half after being down by 7 to a 19-point lead. Matt, how do you think they did it?
They controlled the post, and they completely shut down the perimeter shooting, and they've created so many turnovers and completely confuddled the entire Eastern Wyoming offense.
That's a beautiful alley-oop from Riley Panter to Mason Rich. And that looked like a perfectly well-designed play from Nilsson, and a perfect execution. As Mirich drives to the basket, he's showing a little bit more life after having a great first half. Hunsaker to Louier, excuse me. And Panter down low to Rich. Back out to Panther. Louier with the lay-in and bounces in and out, no good. Louier has had a couple of those opportunities, just not been able to capitalize. Mirich off the foot of Olsen, and Snow will get the ball back.
Eastern Wyoming just doesn't know what to do themselves anymore. I think in the mentality of a lot of the players, they saw this as a game where their offense was going to carry them and they were going to be able to do whatever they wanted. But after about the 2 minutes past mark of this second half, it's just turned into a nightmare for Eastern Wyoming, and they are trying to figure out what to do with themselves.
Louier dump it down low to Nyman, and Rich is met by defender Panther for three off the backboard. Eliskovich and Olsen with a clear lane to the basket just takes the easy two. So Eastern Wyoming showing a little bit of life.
That puts Olsen in double figures now for scoring.
And Panther dumps it down to Louier, who takes the easy two. Carell has re-entered the game now. Passes to Mirich, attacks the basket, back out to Carell. He fires, no good. And Eliskovich fires, again no good, and that bounces out of bounds. No, Eliskovich gets his own ball back, and Olsen down low to Mirich, and he finishes. 2 offensive rebounds, leads to the 2 points from Mirich. Mirich has had a great night, leading all scorers with 24 points.
Number 12. And number 12, Nate Burnell. Number 20.
Mirich is finally getting his offensive groove back, but it's not going to be enough to be able to take over this game.
As Hunsaker is fouled, so he will shoot 2. Shoot 1 and 1. First is good.
Zach Hunsaker will shoot a second foul shot.
Hunsaker's second is also good. Carell, Olsen working against Brunel in the post. They're trying to find him down there. Gets it to him finally. And Olsen's shot bounces off the front of the rim. No good. Brunel taking the ball up, showing a bit of his ball handling chops, and he drives to the basket as Olsen is called for the blocking foul. So 2 shots coming up for Brunel, who generally plays power forward center, but trying to do it all himself, taking the ball up the court that time.
Number 25, Romero Cornish, coming into the ball game for him. At the foul line, shooting 2 for the Badgers, number 12, Nate Burnell.
Brunel's first shot is no good. But the second falls, and now Brunel with his 14th point of the night. Strong showing there. Eliskovich takes his 3, and that is the first 3-pointer for Eastern Wyoming in quite a long time. which is surprising after the hot shooting start from Eastern Wyoming, as that ball bounces around the rim. Lots of putback attempts, no good. Corral thinks about it, passes back out to Skoknich. Excuse me, Eliasovich.
Situation, 10 fouls. So shooting 2, Jordan Bridge.
Mirich. First free throw is good. Mirich leads all scorers with 25 points on the night. He had a monster first half and after kind of going cold in the second half for a while, has come back and put on a few more points on the board as that second goes in. So 26 now for Mirich. Hunsaker takes it to the wing, looking for Allen in the post. Louier back out to Hunsaker. Eliasovich is called for the foul on Allen.
Is the 9th team foul. Still shooting 21 for Eastern Wyoming.
Nate Allen, the 6'11" center from Murray, Utah.
And shooting 101 will be number 33, Nate Allen.
Coming to play for Snow after serving a 2-year LDS mission, as a lot of these players have. First free throw is good for Allen.
With that shot, that now means that every player who has touched the court for Snow, with the exception of Nyman, has also scored in this game, which is an incredible show of the fact that everyone is offensively capable for the Badgers.
Good point there as Allen takes his second, and that is also good, so the big man showing a stroke.
And more than 2 minutes remain for the Badgers to hit the coveted triple-digit score.
Mirich splits the double team, but blows the layup and into the hands of Allen. So Hunsaker will take the ball up. Hunsaker is fouled. And a common theme we've seen in this game is that whichever team is losing has generally been losing by a blowout margin. And in the final 2 or 3 minutes of the game, we see a lot of fouls, mostly due to the frustration by the losing team after, especially this Eastern Wyoming, after being up by 7 at the halftime, going into the locker room feeling pretty good, but just being absolutely overworked in the second half. As now, touching the court for the first time is Tyler Davis, as well as number 32, Warren Hayes, for Eastern Wyoming. Hayes passes to the high post for Osborne, whose shot from the free throw line is good. Nate Allen using his size to just simply shove Cornish out of the way and put the ball in the basket. Tyler Davis's shot from the junction is no good. Nyman brings the ball back up. He takes the open jumper, and that is good. And so now with that shot, every Badger who has touched the floor tonight has put points up on the board. Just a great show of teamwork and all-around capability from Snow College. So Osborne takes the 3. No good. Mish there on cleanup duty. Nyman in the wing. Louier driving to the hole. And virtually uncontested as we drop to 30 seconds left in this game. Eastern Wyoming, I think, trying to hold it for the last shot. Osborne in the corner. Now Davis. Back out to Osborne, back down to Davis. And Allen is called for the foul, so Davis will have an opportunity to shoot some free throws and get some points up on the board with 11 seconds in regulation. Snow College just showing absolute domination here in the second half.
And we all knew it was coming. 106 points on the board for the Badgers, and it's all come down to the fact that they made the adjustments that were necessary to completely shut down a really strong Eastern Wyoming offense. And on offense, they have not allowed any possession to really go without some sort of reward. They
As the clock runs out, that is the end of the game for Snow College, coming out really strong in the second half and pulling out a 20-point victory against a hot shooting Eastern Wyoming team. And so this has been the broadcast by Snow TV. Thank you for joining us. You can catch our games anytime on YouTube and also on snowtv.com. I've been DJ Harris. This is my colleague Matt Harris signing out. Have a good night.